Hi family, welcome back to this channel. Once again, if you're turning in, please don't forget to subscribe. My people, it's no longer funny that Zimbabweans are in South Africa with their evil mind. So you need to see how Zimbabweans are there doing all manner of bad things. How South Africa people have discovered their hidden churches and their hidden shrine in South Africa, where they are there manipulating their evil plans. I want you to watch this clip of video and share your thoughts in the comment section. This Zimbabwe, them doing this money. Bugan. It's Veza Swaban and I said Nalento I plastic city leader. I plastic city la magama command. How? Abantwana bethu bathandazela.
In this country, we're in Pretoria West. This is really upset. They fail to do these things in their own countries. Why can't they open their churches in Zimbabwe? Why can't they do this? Why can't they do this in Zimbabwe? So these are things that we don't understand in our country. We will never allow this. Never. We will never allow this. We will never allow this. These makeshift structures, we will never allow this nonsense. So we are taking down this church. There it is. You come and do shrines here. You are doing offerings here. Look at what these people are doing here in this country. Look at what these people are doing in this country. These are shrines. They are offering in our own country. They are doing offerings in our own country. You can't do an offering for your own ancestors there in Zimbabwe. Who said these people must come and do this thing here? Look. We will never allow this. This is our country.
We joined Councillor Ragabe. We are at the Favors Cathedral Church, which is corner of WF Ngomo and Beitekant. As Councillor has said, we've uncovered things that should never be uncovered in the church. We have disconnected their water because they've breached their water. We have disconnected electricity because they've breached. These people have been taken to court, and their matter is with the High Court. But while we are busy, with the High Court process, they have extended here. If you see the structures at the back and the structure behind us, these are not approved by the city of Tshwane. And there was a complication because the person who's been running this church has been running this church for a number of years, but it's not the owner. So we're busy now locating the owner while we're dealing with the bishop who's been occupying, but not only occupying, busy with illegal activities in the church. I don't know, residents of Tshwane, if the bishops of churches can stoop so low to criminality, how much more about the criminals that we deal with in the streets. So this church now, the colleagues are busy finalizing the paperwork. We are closing down this church. If you look at the capacity of the church, you will see that they're supposed to apply for job services every time there's church here, so that there's no accidents that cannot be prevented. They must actually, in terms of the capacity, they must have ambulances on site every time they hold the church because of the size of the capacity. But they've not been doing that. I don't know the arrogance of church leaders thinking they can get away with lawlessness as well. So we're appealing not only to business, not only to residents, but these are leaders of society. Faith-based organization leaders are leaders of society. they must do the right thing as well. So we are closing this down. So the people who are members of this church, they must understand that they are not allowed to congregate here until the city opens up. But I think, Councillor Rakabe, this is one of the cases that you have identified to say the city has been turning a blind eye. Can we finally do something? And I think the work must continue, and will continue to monitor, especially in instances. So thank you so much.
أصحابه الذين قاموا بإقامة الأحكام وبذلوا أنفسهم وأموالهم في سبيل الله فيا لهم من كرام وسلم تسليما كثيرا كثيرا. الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد. أما بعد فاعلموا أن يومكم هذا يوم عيد شرع لكم ما فيه مع أعمال آخر قد سبقت في الخطبة قبل هذا العشر ذبح الأضحية بالإخلاص وصدق النية. وبين نبيه وصفيه صلى الله عليه وسلم وجوبها وفضائلها. ودون علماء أمته من سننه في كتب الفقه مسائلها. الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد. فقد قال عليه الصلاة والسلام ما عمل ابن آدم من عمل يوم نهر أحب إلى الله من إهراق الدم وإنه لا يأتي يوم القيامة بقرونها وأشعارها وأغلافها.
You are there, any bush you are there, bush you are there, singing the song. The accusation from this lady, who's like all the accusation compiled together. Let's watch.
Hey guys, I don't know if you guys have come across these particular videos, right, of the churches that are taking place, in open areas and in bushes on top of mountains or cliffs and so forth, right? So there was a raid that took place in Ostrichville in particular of various of these churches, and let me tell you, what they found was the most sickening, the most frightening of things. They arrived at one of the churches and people started running. Then they found what looked like a shrine. It had a man's underwear, it had his hair, it had his shoe, and it was being burnt. Right next to it was written, "Don't stop paying my rent." Okay, then they went to another church, this being one of them. They got there, people are busy praying. This is actually a show that's going to be shown on Mocha Love, by the way, okay? So they were busy raiding all of these shows. They actually took this particular minister to the police station. He had people's names, name and surname written down with the request from whoever. So for instance, it would say, Linda Oliphant, Akuvalu, right? And then have another person's name and surname, and then say Azangazali, those kinds of things. Guys, the more they opened it up and were reading it, I think they then started to realize that, we actually just can't call out these people's names and surnames. But there's more. There's also a shrine that they have. And there's a clay-like kind of bowl that has blood that is there. Okay, every church that they went to had a different thing, with obviously a bishop, a minister, or whatever they call them. There was the one where they had a doll that had a different red strings, and as you opened up the strings, it had people's names that were in there. Well, guys, when I tell you, I was just. I don't know. I don't even know if gobsmacked is the right word to use. But, over and above that, our government has got to stand up and do something. In Rwanda, they shut down more than 6,000 churches because they just had enough of this nonsense. This right here is not even a church. This is just pure witchcraft. And it's all taking place, on our background, on our yards, with our names. That are being called out for God knows what reason. Please go and have a look at these videos. Go and check them out. There are a few of them. Kubizwa amagama enu apha sothi sihleli nje siyathandaza oko sicela uba mavule indlela kanti kunabantu ngaphayana babiza namagama ethu over pots of blood. I am not even nauseated. I just don't know how we got to where we are. obviously government, this is the least of their problems when they've busy got the Madlanga,
Yeah. Hey.
So family, if you are watching this clip of video, do not forget to like, comment and share, turn on the bell notification, and that's which time I upload the video, be the first to be notified. Seriously, this is getting too much. Is this really church or witchcraft or occultic plan that these Zimbabwe people, they are planning so much evil in South Africa? Just look at the kind of worship that they are worshiping. Just look at what the kind of incantation, the kind of things that they are doing in South Africa. Oh much, this is too much, and this is one of the reasons why that South Africa said that they do not need the foreigners. Being you Zimbabwe, Nigeria, any part of the country, that you should just go. Just look at what somebody will leave his or her own country and come to someone's country and be performing and be doing what we don't know in the name of church or in the name of, as in, I don't understand. So you that watch this clip of video, what do you have to think about it? Do you think that what South Africa are doing is the best? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Or do you think that they are doing too much? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Once again, do not forget to like, comment and share, and stay tuned to